I'm fine right here. I'm fine. I might not be able to fit the whole thing. I gotta talk with the phone in there.
If you all want pen and pencil, because I usually leave room to write down notes and stuff like that. So just in case you all want to take notes, you want to take notes? You want to take notes or anything like that? No. You all ears, huh?
I did this in school. Give me your lashes.
They are pretty on them. Okay, so we all set. Good morning. How are you all? So I want to introduce myself. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, he's fine. My name is Deidra Keller, and I'm here to do a basic Total You workshop. I'm a cosmetology teacher, and this is my daughter Linnea. She assists me in everything I do. This is my sister Kim, also assists me, and we're here basically just to give you a little enlightenment and help out with anything we can help out with. Ask any questions you want to at the end, and right now we're going to, if you want to, you can flip the page. But first of all, I'm gonna say natural hair care. I'm a natural hair care. I'm not gonna say expert, but I really, really love natural hair. I do everything, relaxers and things like that, but I specialize in natural hair because I saw basically a transition in what we're going through and teaching us how to deal with our hair so we can keep it on our head, basically. It's kind of hard to talk in these masks. Really, really hard. Oh, come on. Get another paper now. Another. There you go. And if you want to, you could put somebody back there. Yeah. Okay. So again, my name is Deidra Keller. I'm a cosmetology teacher. Okay, and I'm here basically to give you all a little enlightenment and hair care. We're going to work on Total You. So basically, Total You is working from inside out. Okay. My top page where it says natural hair care and it says hair without control, like life without direction. That's something I say all the time, and I say that all the time because it generally dictates your day. If your hair's not together in the morning, you fussing and fighting with it, you have a terrible day most of the time, and I know I do. You don't? Yeah. Yeah. It's something else. It's something else how your hair can really just generally control your day. You know, so we're going to go to the next page. Next page basically is actually it's supposed to be Total You. Go to the next page that says Total You. Did I flip it around? Okay, get the last. Okay, she's missing her Total You page. Yeah. I was trying to find that packet that was missing the Total You page. Let me have this one. And she's going to change it out and give you the other side. So grab that last page up, and that last page says Total You, right? So I like to get a little personable. So like I said, my name is Deidra, but everybody calls me Dee. My daughter Linnea, this is my sister Kim, and I'd like to know you all's names. Ayana. Say it again. Drika. Rontasia with R. Okay. Carly. Chazare with a CH. Okay, just want to make sure. My name was messed up so throughout school. I have a real pet peeve about making sure I correct people and say people's names correctly. Because I was really, really treated terrible with my name. Spelling it, saying it, everything. So we're going to talk about this. Is Totally You. So when we talk about Totally You, I said it's basically working on inside out. I'm so sorry. We got somebody on Skype too. And what's your name? Kiera?
Traciana.
Say that again. Traciana and Kiera. So we got two. Which is really good. Can you all hear me? Did you hear everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a sheet here, which is our Total You, and it's knowing.
Go sit down, get out my face.
When I say knowing you and who you are, it's really important for us to know, first of all, we're children of God. We are special and we are who we are, and everybody's individual. Okay? You have to also know who you are. And I'm going to ask questions. If you don't feel comfortable answering, it's okay. And if you want to ask a question, there's no such thing as a dumb question. I don't care how minute you might think it is. You may ask whatever question you like, okay? So when we talk about knowing who you are, do you all know who you are? Yeah, basically. First and foremost, we're daughters. first. Children of God, daughters first. Okay, when we become mothers, right? We're sisters, brothers, nieces. Just know who you are. And know as an individual, it's not your job to do anything for anybody else other than yourself and what you need to do for yourself and your family. We have knowing what you want in life. Do you know what you want? Choices are very, very important in life. So I'm going to give you this. I was talking to Dr. Carol Cullum. She's been a long time client of mine. And it's really, really, really important for you all to understand. Things like this is very important to me because I myself had my daughter at 19. This is my baby. She's 37 years old. I had her at 19, and it was a struggle coming straight out of high school. Really hard, but your journey can be as hard as you make it, so I say. We think about our choices, and we just need to make choices that would benefit us and our children. When we become mothers, that is an extremely important role in our lives. And I took it so important to the point where once I started getting jobs, and I had actually been working since I was 13, which was really a blessing. I used to walk to work with my baby on my back. Jump off with the babysitter, walk to the job, the whole little bit. And it's about struggle. And you all can ask me any questions you like because I'm an open book. Okay? We learn from each other, and I always like to give my experiences because I know it helps others. And like I said, there's no questions that's minute or unimportant. Anything you want to ask me, I will give you an answer. Okay? So is it okay if we go over an hour since we can just do what we do? Okay, unless they have something to do and they have to leave and everything. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, well, yeah, still give us a little time. Yes, very good. Yeah. So anybody can, if you want to say anything or, I mean, like I said, I'm an open book. If you all want to talk about what we're talking about as far as told you. So it's really, really important for you to know who you are, what you want in life. Try to work toward it. You cannot control everything in your life. So when you can't control something, you cannot make that that shouldn't become what am I trying to say? A struggle for you. It shouldn't become a struggle. When you can't control something, you need to basically kind of walk away from it and leave it alone because there's a lot of things in life that we can't control. And when you can't control it, you need to step away from it, take a breather, do what you need to do that you can control, which is yourself and your decisions. So when we talk about this, knowing you are capable. Do everybody here know that they're capable and what they're capable of?
Yes.
Yeah. You know the power you have within yourself, right? Am I right? You know the power you have in yourself, right? As women, we have to understand God has given us this energy that we have as far as women becoming who we are. And I forgot to do something. I'm so sorry. I'm going to finish this and I'm going to do it. So being who we are and being able to control our atmosphere. Everybody feeds off of us in our household. As far as being a woman, a mother, our children, the men in our lives, our parents, things that we do, everybody in our circle feed off of us and our energy. That's the type of power you have. Do everybody know that? Do you know that? That's the type of power you have. If you wake up in the morning in a little funk or a stink, everybody in the house have that same attitude. But if you wake up happy and going, they look at you like this sometimes, but then they join in. Am I right? So it's about you and how you control your destiny and how you control your day. So we have here, I'm sorry. I wanted Kim to pray before. I'm so sorry. Because I did. So everybody bow your heads for me, please, for just being here, being safe.
Father God, as we come boldly before your throne today, we come to lift this service up to you. And we just thank you for the privilege and opportunity to be able to impart into these wonderful women and for allowing them to impart it to us as well. I ask, Father, that you will protect each and every one of them, that you will bless them, Father God, in every area that they need to be blessed in, that you will cause their finances to increase so that they can take care of their children. Father God, even with doctors' appointments, thank you, Father, that everything will be well. We thank you, Father, just in their to and fro every day, that you will encamp your angels around them and their children to keep them safe. Bless their families, bless their households, bless them, and give them favor. Those that don't have jobs, Father, thank you for opening doors so that they can receive jobs with benefits so that they'll be wonderful mothers able to take care of their children. We thank you, Father, most of all for your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and let them receive, Father God, what you have for them today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. She's a wonderful prayer warrior. I love to hear her pray. So we talked about capability. So we were talking about knowing your worth. Do you know that you are worthy? Do you know how worthy you are? Do you know how special and important you are? And that talks about the last one and how special you are. Okay? So everybody needs to know your place in your life and who you are to your children. Your children look at you for everything. They are so innocent. They're innocent beings. They're dependent on you, just like I knew that one depended on me. And I'm going to tell you, in my life at that time, and when I had her at 19, I was in such a bad place in my life. And when I tell you the first life she saved was mine, I was in a very, very bad place. So sometimes I get emotional when I talk about it because it's just really hard to think back on my journey and the things I went through and where I am now today and how God has blessed me and how he has put things in my life. And I was able to hear and listen and adhere and apply what I was hearing to my life and be able to step away from those who would cause issues or whatever without turmoil. I mean, you can walk away. I tell my kids, and I've brought them up and I've told them all the time, you all have to understand, when there's something you can't control and there's something in your life that's causing havoc, you just walk away. Just move. Remove yourself from the issue and continue your journey, especially when you're a mother and you have someone dependent on you. Yeah. Come on.
Give them some of your background so they can know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, if you are a man, my daughter can come up and speak a little bit because, I mean, like I said, when I started talking about it, I get really emotional. When I had her at 19, and I'm going to say, her father, even though he was a good person, he was irresponsible, extremely irresponsible. So I had to step away. And when I decided to step away, I told him, I said, man, I've been going 100 miles an hour since I stepped away from you. I mean, people hold you back. You don't want them to hold you back. You want to continue to soar and move and do what you need to do for you and yours. So, what were you going to say?
I don't know why she hasn't decided to really share her story, like from where she started. But my mom started from nothing. She really started in the hood, in the projects, holes in her shoes, mother sick, father sick, irresponsible siblings, everything on her back. So basically, in a nutshell, what she's saying, whatever situation you are coming from, wherever you are in life, you have the power to change that. You can make a difference. Now, I can't speak too much on her story, but I could definitely express mine. I was 18 years old and I got pregnant. Okay? My mother and I decided not to go through with that. It's still something that challenges me today, but it was a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise for me because I knew I was not prepared. I was a child myself. Women who decide to go forward with it, I feel like that's still also a blessing because it makes you stronger. It gives you something else to look forward to. Me being 37 years old, I'm still struggling. This is not a lifestyle you want to live, struggling at 37 and not knowing who you are and your worth. Okay? So stand in your power. If I can't leave you with no other advice, stand in your power. Know who you are as an individual and be proud that you are deciding to be mothers and be responsible for the decisions that you made. I took the Trump way out. Okay? I took the Trump way out and I'm still today not where I need to be at. This is my savior. I saved her life, she's still saving mine. But you all can definitely make a difference. Your son, that little precious baby right there, every child I see, baby, I fall in love with. He's adorable. He's saving your life. Believe that. Fight for y'all children. Fight for yourself. And know who you are. Girl, you're a glamour queen. I see you. I see all that feistiness in you, baby. Mm-hmm. Use that. Utilize that. You love the way you look. You're very particular about how you look. Get into the beauty industry. That's constant money. You hear me? Girls want to look good all day long. Mm-hmm. You can help other young women do the same thing. Like find where your strength is and work it. Work it. Work it till you can't work it no more. And that's all I want to say.
So getting back to being worthy and special and knowing your journey, we don't always know what's going to happen, but and things are constantly put forward and put in front of us. Challenges is what you do with that challenge. I got a lot of challenges. I said I started working at 13. I started working at 13 because my mother and my father was sick. I mean, through high school, I had to pay all my fees, everything. So by the time I was 17, 18, I felt I was kind of grown anyway. Had attitude the whole little bit because I was working, helping pay the bills in the house and everything. But when I couldn't afford to do something, I just couldn't afford to do it. And I just moved on. I'm talking about putting cardboard on the bottom of my shoes and just making it push it and making it work until I could get there. So, like I said, my journey is it's not like everybody have their own individual journey, is what I'm saying. It's what you do with your journey that makes it happen for you and what you need to do for yourself and yours. Okay. So, I mean, how many have children here already besides you? You have other children? Just your baby right there? How old is he? One. And you are expecting right now, right? Your first? Okay, congrats. You? Congrats.
No, I don't have kids.
No kids? Not yet? You plan to have any?
I don't know.
Not sure. Yeah, but you're controlling that. You see what I'm saying? That's a part of controlling your journey. That's a part of controlling what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Saying you also expecting. Am I right?
You got one over here.
Oh, you expecting also? You have
No,
three.
not that.
You have three. Yes, and you have three. So, like I said, when I talk about this and when I talk about my journey and I talk about my experiences, I get emotional because I'm so blessed to still be here now with all the challenges that I've had. I mean, working, like I said, my baby on my back, I would be getting home 11, 12 o'clock at night with her on my back. Up until 3 years old, she would be crying and telling me, don't cry, mommy, don't cry. But she didn't realize I was crying. I was crying because I got her on my back. Her father wouldn't help me. And I'm riding the bus. I'm straight 3 buses and a train trying to get to my house, 11 o'clock at night. I got to get back up 6 o'clock in the morning, get her where she got to go and hold a bit. By that time, she was 3, so I was 23, 22. But at 19, I was walking to work every day. My mother was in a nursing home, walking to the nursing home every day. I mean, I was constantly going to a walking sister. I was on it. But I was determined to try to make it, and she helped me make it. Having her made me more determined. And that's why I say today, she saved my life because I was in a very bad place before I had her. So we're going to move from that, and we're going to start talking about hair care. Kim, is there anything you want to say? So we're going to start talking about hair care. And do you all have any questions or anything like that so far? Okay, come on.
You got a relaxer?
No. No. No, it does look like a relaxer. No, I have no relaxer. I haven't had relaxer in my hair now over 10 years. I decided to get away from it, and I help people. No relaxer, right? I help people transition from relaxer to virgin hair, and everybody can't do it the same. Like I said, you're an individual. Everybody's an individual, and you have to learn your hair and know what to do in order to, be able to maintain it. It's so hard to talk to these mad, and I do a lot of talking, and I'm already loud. So, ladies on Skype, do you all have any questions?
How many times are we supposed to get our ends clipped? I was told every 6 months.
What did she say? Oh, okay. Also, as far as relaxer, you said you were told every 6 months?
No, I was told you're supposed to get your ends clipped every 6 months.
Okay, you get your ends clipped depending on how your hair grow and what your hair does within the process of what you do. Like we do a lot of gelling, we do a lot of molding, we blow dry, we curl. Depending on the weather, what your hair does, you might need them in 4 weeks, you might need one in 6 weeks, you might need one in 4 weeks, 10 weeks. You might be able to go 6 months. It depends on how well the ends hair, depends on what you do to your hair in order to achieve that. So go by what it looks like and what your ends feel like according to, basically how often you trim it. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
My name is. We were.
Give you a second.
Yes,
Okay, so
segment.
let's go first, Tim. Give them an example. Yes, describe.
Hey, can I see a computer
Why not?
to log in on Zoom?
Kimberly, I'm a
You hear me?
I'm a lover of people.
J.D. Robinson.
You hear me?
I love
You want to do it?
My name is Linnea. I'm passionate, very empathetic, and a giver.
Okay. So I'm going to say me. My name, of course, is Deidra. Of course, I'm a Jesus lover. I'm a Jesus people, period. But that's because of the struggles I went through, and I know who sustains me. I know who helps me do what I need to do in life. I know who wakes me up in the morning, so that's very important also. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a go-getter. That's what I am. I'm going to get what I need, what I want, and I'm going to make sure it happens, and I'm going to do it correctly. I don't want to get nobody's way, and I don't want nobody in my way. Huh?
What's the third one?
Oh, I did. I said 3. Yes. So come on.
Okay, my name is Rontasia. I am also an entrepreneur.
Very good.
I'm very, let's see, hard work. I work hard at what I do.
Very good.
Yes, and I'm a very accomplished person.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
I got you today.
Sitting there, Miss Glamour with a cue out.
I'm still y'all. I'm a Jesus lover too.
Good.
But you know my thing. I'm confident.
Very good.
I'm blessed, and I'm overachieving.
Okay. All right.
Amen.
No selfies. You gotta pay for me.
She said what?
It ain't even your turn. Why you interrupting? Come on, man.
When I come get the autograph and you blow up, don't forget my face, okay?
I'm Ayana. I'm unapologetically Black.
Okay.
I'm very blunt, and I'm a good person to come to when you need like advice or just somebody to talk to.
Okay, good. Good. You're a listener. You're a listener. Really good. Really good. Okay, can I get you? Let me come on. Come on. Yeah. You getting everybody else. Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay, honey.
My name is Jade, and I am young, gifted, and I'm a hustler.
Oh, don't say hustler, baby. You a go-getter.
What?
You ain't gonna have no hustle about it. Come on. Yeah. Huh?
Get it?
Yeah, you can, but put a little tag on that. Put a little, cause you're a lady. No, she ain't got to be. Yeah.
I'm Treasure. I'm dependable, honest, and
Great.
I'm Carly. I'm funny. I'm caring, and I'm very organized.
Very good. That's wonderful. That was great. Thanks for that help right there. I
Did you
needed that.
record? You didn't even record it.
I didn't record it.
No.
I said, is it recording? You said yes.
Oh.
I thought it was already recorded. We're gonna do this again. Come on. We're gonna do this again.
why we got people over? I'm gonna miss everything.
No, we not gonna miss.
I gotta go.
And I gotta get the ladies on Skype too.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so I gotta push the red.
Yeah, the red button.
Okay, ready. So let's do this again.
I'm Jay. I'm young, gifted, and a hustler.
Okay.
I'm Treasure. I'm dependable, honest, and outgoing.
Yes, great.
I'm Carly. I'm funny, caring, and I'm very organized.
All right. So we got our ladies on Skype. You all want to tell us 3 things about yourselves? Who want to go first?
I'll go first. I'm funny, shy, and loving.
Funny, shy, and loving.
Yes.
I can go now.
Who's next?
I love being a mom, and I love to eat, and I love to sleep.
Wonderful. And that's the truth. And that's just it, right? That's what we have to do. We have to say the truth. Oh. So we're going to talk about hair, and we're going to talk about what hair is. So we have, I'm going to have hair. Yes. Okay. So I thought you said you had to be somewhere at 1. I thought we had a little more time. Now, give us
That's why I wanted to get in the
Yeah, well, take your papers with you, and then you'll be able to see this. Once you be able to see it.
Oh yeah, you're going. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thanks y'all.
Thank you.
Got an office appointment and I
Okay.
can't.
Yes. Okay. So we have here, the objectives of today basically is learning our hair and what it is. Natural hair, it being natural or processed. Products that we should use to help maintain our hair. Okay. My purpose is to help educate people on knowing and maintaining their hair, help stimulate growth, minimize injuries, and operate it while maintaining a healthy hair. So we have number one, which is hair. What is hair? Hair is a protein made of keratin. Same protein that's made for your nails. Yes. Hair and nails are the same protein. They just come out of your body in two different forms. Okay? So know, like if your cuticles are getting really dry and brittle, that your scalp and your hair is doing the same thing. When the weather changes and you see your skin changes, knowing your hair and your scalp is doing the exact same thing. It's getting dry. Just like your skin gets dry, your scalp gets dry, everything gets dry on you. And when the weather changes. So your body changes with the weather. So it changes 4 different times a year. More than that, depending on the weather and how it changes. Okay? So we also have here, I did touch that right there. We have the hair growth. So your hair grows naturally, they say, 1/2 inch a month. That's a study on Caucasian hair, which is actually round cell hair. We have flat cell hair. So you have oval cell hair, flat cell hair, and round cell hair. Our hair actually sits in the under the hair follicle, under the scalp like this. So when it comes out curly. If it sits on a wavelength, on an angle, it comes out wavy. If it comes out straight like this, round cell hair, that's straight. That's Caucasian hair. Okay, so now you know how it sits in the hair follicle, what makes it the curling. So some people hair really, really sit tight in the hair follicle, and that makes it really coily. Okay? So then, if you have any questions about that, just make sure you ask the questions, okay? So we have 3 phases of hair in the hair growth. I put ACT down there because, and that's the terminology, it's anagen, intelligent. If I'm going too fast, let me know. So you have 3 phases. I'm gonna break that down. So you have the very first one, which is anagen, which is your growth phase. Your hair grows 75% at any given time throughout the head, okay? You have your second phase, which is your shedding phase, okay? You have your growth phase, your transition, then shedding, sorry. So you have ACT. You have your growth phase I just talked about, your middle phase, which is C, canagen. That's where that hair sits. It's actually, let me ask you all this, let me say this. So when you get your hair braided and you sometimes see those little white bulbs at the root? Yes. That means that little bulb is really not supposed to leave the hair follicle. But if you're pulling that hair too tight, it leaves the hair follicle. And if you constantly do it, that bulb will not replenish.
Okay, so my daughter, like hers are really sensitive. Like I can't even put her hair in a ponytail without it, pulling.
That she has a very sensitive scalp, yeah.
Okay.
So if you lay her hair down, you can lay her hair down with just a little bit of pomade, but see, people don't understand. It don't have to be, only because it's laid down doesn't mean it has to be tight.
Yeah. It don't be tight. Like it'll be like the loosest and it'll come up because when she was a baby, like it'll come out. So.
Yeah, you can see those little white coils.
Mm-hmm.
So the little white coils are called hair bulbs. Okay, that hair bulb sits and attaches to the papilla, which is at the root of the hair follicle. So you have that root of the hair follicle, which is the papilla. The bulb detaches from that, go halfway through the root, and it detaches, and then it goes back to grow more hair. Okay. So when it goes back to grow more hair, if you keep pulling it out and forcing it out, it won't go back to grow more hair because it can't. Okay. So when you see people with those hair pulled back and you see all these little white bulbs, you know that they're pulling their hair too tight. And then they should feel it too tight. It should hurt. If they have bumps, raised bumps, you know that those hair follicles are inflamed. If they have some issues and they're being pulled too tight too.
And what if it's nothing in the hair or anything and they still fall?
Okay, so it depends on what's being done. Like, are you laying the hair down and brushing it? you know what I'm saying? I would have to really see it in order to tell you. But if you're laying the hair down and brush it, put it in a ponytail, but only she really know if it's too tight or not because she feels it. You know what I'm saying? You may not think you're doing it tight, but for her head, it might still be too tight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A safe way of doing hairstyles for her is maybe to just stay away from ponytails and do
I do
loose things.
I do little stuff.
or something like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking this the child I'm probably gonna dread up.
Do double strand twists. Don't lock up.
And see, I mean that's so permanent. It's so permanent, but
I was this 2 years now. 2 years ago, I
35.
It's permanent. Don't do it to it yet.
Okay.
You know,
So
have choice. No, get up.
So that's the 3 phases. So you have growth phase, transitional phase, where the hair actually go halfway through the hair follicle and it sits dormant. Each hair follicle has its own life, okay? Has its own life cycle. So none of them really come out at the same time. So where people make a lot of mistakes is they make mistakes and they basically start getting braids when they start shedding. So you get braids when you're having a shed, which is a really big mistake because you have more hair that's sitting in there dormant, waiting to shed. And if you pull it, you pull it out sooner. That's why a lot of times when people take their hair down and they have an abundance of hair, because you really braided it at the wrong time. The worst time to braid your hair is when it's shedding. Okay? So, and then you have the transitional phase. The transitional phase is when, like I just said, when that hair actually sheds. So you have the growth phase, the transitional phase, the resting phase, and then the transitional phase.
What if like your hair always shed?
Well, hair sheds 50 to 100 strands a day anyway. Every day. Just like people don't understand, like your skin. People get in the tub and you wash up and they think they rubbing dirt off. It's not dirt. It's just dead skin cells. Some people might be a little dirty, but I'm just saying, if you always in the tub and clean, if you always in the tub and cleaning, you always cleaning yourself. If you like, dang, what is this coming off of me? It's just dead skin cells. Same thing with the scalp. You have dead skin cells, and people don't understand. When you don't cleanse your scalp, you have to shampoo, but when you shampoo, you just don't shampoo the hair. You shampoo and you clean the scalp. I always do 3 shampoos on my clients. I don't care who it is, and you're gonna get 3 or more walking into my salon. You go to some place, they give you 1 or 2 shampoos, they shampoo the hair, move out. Just shampoo the hair, move out. No, you need to cleanse that scalp, you need to exfoliate. Everything on your body needs to be exfoliated because you need to remove dead skin cells. Okay? Nothing wrong with exfoliating children too. They have dead skin cells too. As they grow, everything changes. So you take your conditioner, put your conditioner in, we'll talk about that. Put it in, you massage it in, and you check the scalp and rub and see what you can remove. And when you rub, when that hair is wet, just like when you get your feet done, they put you in water so that dead skin won't go everywhere. 85% of dead skin, 85% of dust is dead skin cells. So be careful who come. Yes. So be careful who company you in, especially when they're scratching. Have a problem with that because 85% of dust is dead skin cells. You see people scratching all the time. So we have here, where am I? Okay, I was going into the knowledge of it. So we're going to talk about the next page. We're talking about the sight, the touch, the smell, and listen. Your hair talks to you just like everything else on your body.
Okay,
yeah.
So I wash my baby hair every night, and we sleep on the same exact pillow, sheets, everything. His hair do this, and my hair is natural like 90% of the time. It collect all of this lint, but we sleep on the same thing, and my hair don't do that.
Yeah, but you're not, okay. So he's touching stuff, and he's touching his hair too. I'm pretty sure he's doing all this all the time. Yeah, he just moves around. But a lot of times, like I would just have to look at him, but see how fine his hair is? Your hair is extremely fine too. So you have to be careful what you do. So you wash it. First problem is you shouldn't shampoo his hair. Are you shampooing it with shampoo?
No, I usually do co-washes, but like once a week I do shampoo.
Okay. So, and that's cool, but here, baby, he don't need a shampoo every 2 weeks. I mean, the actual, because the sulfate in the shampoo is nothing but detergent. It's nothing but detergent, and the stronger it is, and the more you do it, the drier they get. Okay?
I don't use like regular shampoo. It's usually just his baby soap, like it's Vino baby.
Okay, that's a good product. That's real good. So, I mean, it's not, he needs his ends clipped. So, I mean, even if you took buy you a little $20 pair of shears at the beauty supply and use it only for his hair and your hair. Don't use it for nothing else. And just take those little ends and just clip them. I mean, his hair, you have to understand, is as old as he is. And it's not in the womb no more. It's out and it's about and it's getting everything that's in the air. He got that little cotton soft hair. He's gonna catch everything. So you have to be careful what you use. So if you're using anything oil based on his hair is gonna make him attract a lot of stuff too. So he may not need as much oil as he must need a little moisturizer. So whatever Aveeno lotion you have, you can put in his hair rather than oils. So are you using oils? That's one of the problems. Oils attract everything.
Because he used to be bald head.
Mm-hmm.
So I was using wild grow.
Yeah, you can't, that's too heavy for him, and it's way too heavy. It was gonna grow eventually, but being bald and back come from sitting back on the chairs the whole time, and it just stunts that growth, that's all. Especially if they're rubbing or something like that. So my son, he's 29 now, I actually cut his hair, his first birthday, I couldn't wait to cut the hair off his head. But you have to understand, it's a year old. You haven't clipped it or anything, right? So you have to get rid of the old hair. And then you got to think about if he had any hair at all. You know, whatever hair might have been at the top. It's womb hair. It's not in the womb anymore, and it's out in the world.
Because when he was born, he had a hair full of hair, and then the back just started falling out. He didn't sleep on his back or nothing.
But he sat back in chairs. I mean, he sat in his little thing until he could, move and things or crawl on his own. So him doing that and rolling around looking at people, it just rubbing does that. Okay. So when I say sight, touch, smell, and listen, your hair talks to you. I'm sorry, ladies on Skype. Do you all have any questions?
Me too.
Okay. So when I say the smell, your sight, your touch. When you smell something off and you know it needs to be clean, it lets you know that your hair needs to be clean. When you touch it and it feels too oily or too gluey or too tight or anything like that, you need to hear that because, like I said, your hair talks to you, just like your body talks to you. Everything talks to you, okay? We have to make sure that you use products that fit your needs. Just because a product works for somebody else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Okay, I know people who have 40 and 50 pieces of products in their cabinets because they see what somebody else uses and they want their hair to look like that. And understand you're an individual, your hair is not gonna look like the next person. You have to do what you have to do with your hair, learn your hair. And you have a beautiful head on your hair. I'm looking at your eyebrows, I'm looking at your lashes, I'm looking at your hairline. This girl got some hair on her head and it's absolutely beautiful. But you just have to learn how to control it. You need to know what products work for you. You know what I'm saying? Once you find out the products that work for you, you won't have that issue. So I got a few things for you all day, but you can ask any kind of questions you want. But just looking at your hair, just looking at you here, I can see how soft and fine your hair is. But we'll talk about it.
All the people with the soft hair don't.
That don't really, yeah. So make sure that your products are conducive for your hair. Everything that works for other people does not always work for you. Okay, you can't go by what their hair look like, okay?
No,
less is best. I say less is best is because we do way too much to our hair. We put too many products in it. We do too many gelling, too much flat iron, too much shampooing. The reason why we were shampooing the way we were when they started making co-washes. Co-washes ain't nothing but conditioner. That's all it is. It was another way to put another product on the market and make more money because they saw another way to make more money. So they broke down a conditioner and made a co-wash. So all you do is just wet your hair down and you co-wash it, right? No, use your own conditioner, do the same thing. Matter of fact, your own conditioner, real conditioner is the best. Oh, they sell it. They sell co-wash. Just do conditioner. And that's really good. Because it's just broken down conditioner, that's all it is. And they sell it in another piece. You'll buy a shampoo, a conditioner, and then a co-wash. And then a leave-in. You don't need all that. You don't need all that.
What about hot oil treatment?
Huh?
Hot oil treatment.
Black people don't need hot oil treatment.
What?
Why black people don't need? Because we don't need hot oil treatments because it's not oil that we need. We need moisture. Yeah. The reason why black people don't need hot oil treatments is because it don't do nothing but weigh our hair down. It casts and it coats it and it weighs it down and you can't do anything else with it unless you shampoo it all over again.
And what about keratin? Cause I've been doing
Keratin, okay. So that's what I said. So your hair and nails is made up of a protein called keratin. It's a protein. The more keratin, the harder hair gets. You use keratin and you use too much keratin. That's why keratin products are not great for our hair. To maintain, have you all ever seen the products where they was doing that mane and tail a long time ago? And how they say the horse's hair? Huh? The mane. You hear me, right? But the reason why a horse's tail is so beautiful and their coats is so beautiful is because all they do is condition it and brush it and maintain it. Conditioners, when you shampoo your hair, rinse the shampoo out, put the conditioner on. When you're gonna wear your hair natural or curly, it's good to leave a little bit of that conditioner on there and not completely rinse it because you want your hair coated to be protected. Protecting it with oil don't always work. It just makes it heavier. And then you have those problems where you put a leave-in in or co-wash it and a little conditioner still on it, and then you put oil-based product on top of it, and then it starts beading and getting white and cakey and waxy and cake. You know, you get that, right? Because oil and water, you know, they don't mix. So you have to know what type of product to use. That's why I say moisturizer, little gel on it afterwards, not so much of the oil. The oil is what separates the products from working.
some more like pink lotion. And...
No, pink lotion is a number one. No.
So when I wash my hair,
Why? I'm gonna tell you pink. Let me get the pink lotion first.
Okay.
The pink lotion, you have to understand, is made from luster. It was made for a curl. Okay, curls are meant to be moist and wet, right? Curls, jerry curls. It was made for a jerry curl. We liked it because it laid our hair down and controlled it, but we didn't think about the fact that when the hair is wet, it stretches 50% of its natural length. If it's stretching 50% of its natural length while it's wet, when it tries to dry and come back, it snaps and pops. That's why the hair breaks. So if you notice, you have a lot of people using that pink lotion, putting their hair in ponytail, but all the edges would be broken off. Make sense? Yeah. You hear what I'm saying, right? Okay. She gonna get the paperwork, yeah. So, any questions? What was you gonna say? I'm sorry.
When I wash my hair, after I wash it, like, and I blow dry it and stuff, I use like Sofa 8, cause is that bad too?
Go ahead.
I use that because like I don't know, my skin, my hair really getting dry, so I'm like, okay, this Sofa 8. Sometimes I think that it looks like it's working. Like I don't be seeing like a lot of dandruff if I did before.
Okay, you don't have to see dandruff in order for your scalp to be clogged with dead dead cells, skin cells. Okay, so I wish I'd brought my scope and stuff with me. I didn't even think about bringing all that. Okay, so when I say, when you shampoo your hair, do you get in there and shampoo the scalp? I mean, get in there and get the scalp really clean.
I try, like, cause I be like, what I do, and then when I went to the shop and how she be doing it, and I be like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely doing something different. Probably ain't as strong as her, but
yeah.
She definitely be getting to
Yeah, you got to get in there and get that scalp. Even if you had to part your hair, braid up, and shampoo it like that, then take it down. Because you have a lot of hair. And you really want to get in there.
Or part they go through it with a comb softly because
yeah.
You got to exfoliate. And you
got to exfoliate your scalp.
You exfoliate here.
Right.
So the only reason why I look like that when you said sulfur 8 is because sulfur 8 is also petroleum based. Okay. It's heavy. And if you're trying to blow dry and curl your hair, that's a product that you don't want to use because you're making it too heavy. So you want to wear it natural. Right. Okay, so if you put the sulfur 8 on your hair, which is petroleum based, and it's for dry, if you scalp some, beyond me, I just don't understand why they make a product petroleum based to help the scalp, but it clogs the scalp. You know what I'm saying? So your hair's so beautiful. So it's petroleum based, and petroleum does what? Everybody know petroleum do. What it do? It protects. It coats and protects. You know that, right? So if you're gonna take it and lay it on your scalp, know that it's coating and protecting. It's not giving you no type of moisture or nothing, and it ain't gonna let nothing else in. So if you put a moisturizer on it after you do that to get a curl, It's gonna look all crazy. It's gonna get a white cast. It's not gonna, perform right because you didn't already use a petroleum-based product. So you have to know the products that you use. So when I'm teaching classes to hairstylists, and one of my classes is knowing hair, product, and equipment. If you don't know hair, and if you don't know product, and you don't know equipment, then you're really in a struggle. If you learn those three things, I go to hair shows all over the world. I haven't gone this year, and I probably won't go next year either because of COVID, but that's a whole nother story. But I travel everywhere, and when I get on the platform, I stand at the door most of the time, and I always have booths kind of close to the door, and I pick people coming in the door to be my models. I don't come in there with a model already ready. I'm not gonna hoodwink nobody with my product. I'm gonna show you how it works. I'm gonna give you exactly what it's doing. That's because I know hair, because I know product, and I know equipment. I know what it's gonna take to straighten that hair, clean it, and everything else once I examine the hair. But you have to know those things, and good to just know your hair. So sulfur A is not something you want to use depending on what you're trying to achieve. Does it help you at all? It's for dry, itchy scalp. Is your scalp really itchy?
Sometimes, but not all the time. Like when I use it, like you can feel when you just put that stuff on your head because it got this like
that's all in it.
Yeah, medicated, but it still ended up being. When I was using it, because I was hard headed, I did my own thing. I do listen to my okay. So I found myself using sulfur 8 at one point in time, and it dried me out more. I wound up having more dandruff than I had prior. It's big flakes of it.
Yeah, so because
it's medicated. The medication works. And it feels good, but the petroleum, it just clouds you up. So it's like defeating the purpose of the medications they put in. It's like contradicting, if that makes sense.
My ladies on Skype, are you all okay? You all have any questions?
Most Black people have the misconception that
No.
No, okay. Yeah.
Later on, you still dry, like you just still mess around with the ash. But if you put on a good moisturizer, it penetrates to the skin. It's the same thing for your head.
Yes.
It's the exact same thing. It's we look at it different because we got a head. It's no different from the rest of our skin. Skin to skin on the whole body.
Yeah. So then we talk about here, and I said less is best. So now you know less is best. That don't always help you out in what you're trying to do.
Is there a way to define your curls without shrinkage?
Without shrinkage? Well, that means you need the gels do that, and a little bit more product does that. So you can define your curls, and the way I do mine is, the moisturizers still allow you to have shrinkage, right? Okay. So after you put the moisturizer on and kind of let that dry a little bit, then what you do is you use a little gel. So the gels you rub in your hand, you emulsify it, and you put it through your hair. The more you use, the more length you get because of the weight, and it stretches that curl. But I'm gonna tell you this also, your hair is really, really soft. You're gonna get shrinkage because your hair's really, really soft. So you're gonna need that weight of the gel to give you the length.
I use this, it's like a curling gel. It's a flaxseed gel by Aunt Jackie's.
Okay.
And I use it, and it's pretty when you first put it on there, but when it dries, it goes.
And you buy a black product and everything. I'm so proud of you. Go ahead.
It just shrink.
It does.
When it dry, it shrink. But because first, like I thought, blow dry my hair, I put Blue Magic on there.
Okay. See, no.
It's
no. Blue Magic. I haven't used Blue Magic since I was 14, 15 years old. Let me tell you something. Because I love my hair. I thought I was so ugly when I was a little girl. That's one of the reasons why I got in the beauty industry. I got in the beauty industry because I wanted to make myself look better. Okay. I thought I was just an ugly duckling. I really did. I thought I was too dark. People called me Blackula. They didn't call me Black. They called me Crispy Love. Name it. Oh, baby, yes. And I took all of that dislike for me, and I would put it like a badge on. I wore it like a badge of honor. I just kept on going because you know what? I know I look better than this. So I just started doing things to help better myself. And when it came to me at 14 years old, I was already into hair care. I was already reading my sister's books. I mean, by the time I was 16, I had a clientele. I was braiding hair. I was cutting hair. I was doing curls. I was reading those boxes and I was jamming. But you have to know, so you know how long I've been doing hair, the reason why I'm so in depth and so serious about what I learned as far as learning hair, product, and equipment. But your hair is really, really fine. So when I say it has a little gel to it, right? You can't use the Blue Magic, and then that too. The problem that we have is people don't understand systems. People make products to work with each other. If you're using Aunt Jackie's, get her moisturizer and her gel, her shampoo.
She make moisturizer.
I thought she has, yeah, she had a whole line.
I didn't see nothing but the gel, the curl stuff.
Okay, was that in the beauty supply? That's because that's all they bought. That's all. Go online, you'll probably even get it cheaper.
Yeah.
You'll see the whole line. Okay? You probably get it cheaper and everything. You don't want to buy it off beauty supply because they only gonna buy what they can afford to buy, what they think is gonna sell. So they're only gonna buy one piece of this, one piece of that. Okay?
I thought Blue Magic was just coconut.
I got some too. I thought it worked.
Okay, Blue Magic. Okay, so it's coconut oil. So Blue Magic has a coconut oil now?
They been had a coconut oil.
Okay, so let me explain something about coconut oil. Coconut oil, it's good. It's good. It also depends on how much you use, but I'm gonna tell you, coconut oil is something that you can eat to help lubricate your joints. You want to put that on your hair?
But my, like,
you hear what I'm saying? You can eat coconut oil. Coconut oil helps you with arthritis and moving joints in your body, natural. This is what people.
My auntie was telling me, like, coconut is good in the summer months, but in the winter months, don't use it because it'll dry the hair.
It gets hard. Okay, so you know, cold contracts and hardens, right? Yeah. Heat expands and loosens, right? Yeah. So, of course, you're going to get a different version of it. You can't use the same thing you use in the winter that you use in the summer. You cannot use the same thing you use from month to month. Your hair's going to change. The weather's going to change. That's what I was just telling you earlier. So you say December, January, February, you're using something, but it feels so hard and it's so dry now, and my hair not doing what it's supposed to do. You have to use a different product. Okay? So, and that's what I said, depending on the time of year, you have to know what to use and how to use. You can't use the same thing all year round on yourself or your children. You can't use the same thing. You have to have something that is conducive to the weather, your body, and what it does. I sweat a whole lot now, 24/7. I got to use products that's not gonna break down and run down my face and head and neck. That's just what it is. You hear me, right? You hear what I'm saying?
Use it on their ponytails.
What?
Got to be glue. No, I had a sore in my head. I broke out because the alcohol in it is so dry.
Everybody can't use it.
And then I think because it was cold outside.
I use it on my lace wig.
And you see how soft and fine your hair is.
I can't get them either.
I used it on my lace wig, and
I had a funnel.
And it was the summertime, and it took my skin with it. Like, you
know how much money I paid for that funnel? I was fat.
And see, and then I'm saying you glue. So I was telling people about like the adhesive that they do with lashes. I'm just saying like the adhesive they put on with lashes. So you buy lashes and you get this adhesive, and then you get white crust around here, and I'm like. Hair glue. You all have some sense. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because if you hair glue, and all you do is take a little oil and slide right out. Yeah, it slide right. When you wash your face, it'll slide out. Yeah, hair glue. Hair glue is the perfect thing to use for some lashes. People just don't understand that glue, that adhesive, and they always say adhesive. What is adhesive? What? You want me to put that on my eye? You know what I'm saying? So it's real hard because it reacts to your tears, to the moisture and everything else. So they won't come off. They make it really hard.
No,
so that's how people do that. That's why they decided to make it like that. So you don't want to use the adhesive. You want to say something, darling?
Is it okay if because I put coconut oil in my daughter's hair. Is it normal? I mean, is it like natural hair?
If you using like a little bit of coconut, a pea size for her whole body and head, no, probably wouldn't cause any problem. But if you use coconut oil every day, it's not going to do anything but coat her hair and cause more problems. And coat her scalp. You hear what I'm saying? Coconut oil is very, very heavy. If it's on summertime, it shouldn't cause many problems, but wintertime, you definitely want to do it.
Okay.
You put coconut oil on the heels of your feet. So that's how heavy it is. So I said, it's something that people take a spoon of to lubricate their joints. So you know how powerful it is. So I'm telling you that to let you know how powerful it is. Coconut oil is very powerful. So people don't take it lightly that coconut oil is just it. Argan oil is just it. No. Those oils are very heavy, and it's just certain times you can use them, certain times you can't use them.
What about black castor oil?
Well, castor oil is something also that people took to lubricate and work on that inside. It's in Father John. I used it really, religiously. Yeah, but castor oil is supposed.
I know they do got oil, but I'm thinking about it like that's Father John.
Yeah, but all of the
Somebody told me
oils.
to swallow some of that when I was
You
pregnant. So I could
do.
go into labor.
I don't know about that.
Girl,
Now
I
when
don't
you
know.
sick,
I don't know.
My doctor said it's bad for you not to do that because
Yeah,
Which
but
one?
some of them old
Father
remedies
John's.
really work now.
That's the work. It's nasty.
Olive oil is disgusting, but it is very good for the body.
Really
I used
good.
to take olive oil. She made me take it every
Morning.
day when
I did not have to worry about my daughter getting sick.
And I didn't get sick.
She had to go to school every day because I had to work.
You sing too? Girl, you sing.
I was telling them that I had my daughter.
I didn't know that helped. I was
So
trying.
I know the struggle of being a young
When you
mother.
said beef
And father.
Let me sing.
Straight wasn't in the picture.
Oh yeah.
I know it all
Yeah, I know people
too
do
easy.
it.
I know it. Yeah.
I don't gotta do it when it's cold. I don't take this.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
So,
baby just gave me a whole
when we
bottle.
talk about products used, I'm going to say this. So when you look at products, you can actually look at the ingredients. When you have products that start with water, you know that is a product where the base is water. You know that's going to break down with your hair. When the first ingredient is not water, you just leave it right there because it's going to be way too heavy.
The water-based products make my hair curl up, and I don't like that.
Yeah. Okay. So what type of look are you looking for? You looking for something like this to kind of mold it or something like that, or you just want to do your coil? You want an individual curl?
I like when I just blow dry my hair and I leave it. After I was gonna leave it like that today, but like I didn't pick it out, so it didn't look like.
Okay. So let me tell you this. So when you blow it out, and you really don't have to blow it out, but when you let it air dry, once you put the product on it, once it dries, you can expand it. You can move it out. So it will. It depends on what product you use. Because mine.
It's still gonna have that like spongy look. Like it's not gonna be like straight. It's gonna.
But do you want it straight?
Yeah.
You want your hair straight.
Not straight, but like.
Like I know you don't have no.
You want
Okay, so if you do that, it's just gonna blow in the wind. But if you do that, that means you're not gonna put that product in it. What? She got real flyaway hair, real soft, fine hair. The wind blow her hair, it's just blow. That's how fine her hair is.
Your girls don't even look like that. I wish we had my hair.
She got a tight, but let me tell you. So, but she has a tight curl now. You have to look right here. Look at her root to see how tight her curl is. You see her tight curl. But because she has a tight curl and it's very fine, the products take over. So that's why I was saying when she put the moisturizer on, she let it dry, and then she put a little gel in it and just let it dry. And then once it dries, you kind of move it where you want to move it, because that's how I have to do my hair. And I say, okay, so products with buffers such as olive oil, coconut oil, and I wrote down here what the products do. So you get olive oil and coconut oil, which help protect the hair and the scalp. So you see that, right? Then you have here where your vitamin E, omega-3 oils help slow down aging process of the hair and the skin. So when you have, this is just giving you all a little information on some of the things that's in the products, what to look for to achieve what you want. Shea butter helps maintain moisture, also acts as a protector. But shea butter is not as heavy as coconut oil, olive oil, argan oil, okay? It's not as heavy, it breaks down, and it breaks down with the body easier. Shea butter does. You have aloe vera, which is,
That's good to use.
Oh, from head to toe.
Okay.
Shea butter from head to toe.
It's a
moisturizer, and it's going to absorb into your skin. Not a lot. I'm talking about if you're going to put it on your babies, you want a little. You don't want to coat them. Like you want to put a little. You want to graze them a little bit. You don't want to put too much on them.
But what about for our hair? Like if you wanted
shea
that
butter
straight
good
look,
for hair.
that like
and
blow
she
out.
might just be lacking moisture. So shea butter would probably help her.
Okay, I'm talking about for me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But to like straighten the hair, like
to straighten your hair.
Yeah.
To blow dry and curl it. No, you don't use shea butter for nothing like that. Shea butter, listen, is a moisturizer, so it's gonna moisten that hair and break it down. You don't want to put heat on that. You know what I'm saying? So you have aloe vera in some products too, which is acts as a healing agent. Okay, we already know what aloe vera does. I love aloe vera plants. I love using them. You have tea tree oil also. It helps minimize bacteria because you know it acts as an antiseptic. You know that, right? And it has healing properties. You know that it has healing properties. I keep tea tree oil. I carry tea tree oil. Use it 24/7. It's wonderful. But you can also put tea tree oil in your hair. Just a little, not much. So that's all the oils that I wanted to give you all information on. That's like really, really important in some of the products. Do you all have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have a problem with mainly because I'm lazy.
But I have a problem. Okay.
I have a problem.
She just came out and said mainly because I'm lazy.
Yeah. Because I just have a problem with keeping my hair moisturized, and it seems like it dries up faster than it used to.
Okay. Well, okay.
And
So
the question is, because I do when I wash it, I would either wait, I would blow dry it, then oil it, or I would put oil on it, then blow dry it while it's wet.
okay, no. Okay, so first thing, first of all, blow drying is very damaging when you blow dry it wet. Secondly, it's going to be more damaging if you put some oil on it and try to blow dry it because the oil is going to stop it from being dry. You know what I'm saying? The oil is going to cause issues with the hair drying, so you're going to blow dry longer. You understand? So that's more heat. Make sense? Okay. Your hair, air dry, then blow it.
But it'll turn into not if I air dry it.
Okay. So put it in like 4 or 5 flats.
Okay.
Okay. So what kind of products are you using?
I made a concoction. I used the tea tree oil, the vitamin E, and like a olive oil. It's like a conditioner spray.
That particular product you want to use with your fingers a little bit after you get through it, and you just want to dab it in your hair like this. You want to put it directly on the scalp. You don't want to put it on the hair. You don't want to put it on the hair because it's too much oil and it's going to weigh the hair down. It's way too much oil.
It's like my scalp gives more oil than like my ends.
Okay,
and
but your
ends
are
really
old.
My problem.
The ends are old. So you got 6 inches, and we talking 4 years old. Your ends are old. Yeah. They're going to break if you don't trim like you're supposed to. Okay? You have really fine hair. Your hair is not a no-brainer. I mean, if you let your hair air dry and then blow dry, or take each section and dry it first, air dry it first, then blow dry it, without a lot of product, if you want to use a little bit of product, you can use a pea size. When I say a pea size, products go a long way. People will use way, way too much product on their hair. You hear me? Way too much. But what I was going to say was, when you said you make your own concoction. So when you shampoo it, what do you be shampooing your hair with?
I try different things. Now I'm using Dove. I read the bottom, the back of the thing, and I just check to see if there's no alcohol in it.
Okay. So you shampoo on and you condition it. You rinse the conditioner out, put a little bit of leave-in in there. Just when I said pea size. And you blow dry it.
What is it called? It starts with the C. It's like a hair mayonnaise.
Okay.
It's a leave-in conditioner though.
But you don't want to put that on your hair and then blow dry it. It's way too heavy. Hair mayonnaise is very too heavy. If it's a leave-in, you need to kind of rinse some of that out. It's made to coat the hair. And if you leave it in for more than 5 minutes, you really leave it in there too long. I know people put their conditioners on, sleep in it. Why would you do that? The conditioners say 3 to 5 minutes. If they say,
that's why
you say what?
Start laughing. I'm like,
oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So the conditioner says 3 to 5 minutes. The reason why I said 3 to 5 minutes is because they know it's going to coat your hair. Because if you sleep in it and you leave it in for hours, after it does the 3 to 5 minute work, it's going to just start coating the hair. Then your hair has to be shampooed again because now it's too heavy. And you can't manage it. If you try to blow dry it, it's just flat and lazy and it just won't do nothing. Am I right?
I have that problem though, because when I put my conditioner on, I braid my hair, and then I put my cap on and I go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I just rinse it out and it just comes out. And then when I blow dry my hair, it comes out like it always do. It's like those little short. I don't know how to.
The little packets.
The little short bottoms. It's a bottom, and then they usually come with a matching like conditioner. I'm trying to.
They got different colors, the oxygen.
Yeah, those.
Okay. I don't know that one.
You probably, if you see it, you'll know.
You'll know.
Yeah. But when I say, Oh, Cantu is one of the worst. Oh my
Right,
God.
I heard that was horrible.
Cantu is one of the worst products. Lord Jesus. I only say that because Cantu have ingredients in their product that don't agree with our hair. I had, and then before you know it, your ends feel so brittle and so uncontrollable. It's the product, it's the ingredients that have in it. Cantu is one of the worst on our hair. It really is. Yeah.
I had to stop using it. I've used Cantu and I had to stop.
Yeah, it has too much. It's too much, way too much. But don't feel attacked. I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel attacked. But when it comes to your hair being really, really fine like it is, when I say less is best, you don't want a whole lot of shrinkage. But some of our hair shrink. The only way that I get my hair, I have a lot of shrinkage too. So my hair is actually right on my shoulders. So when I don't want a whole lot of shrinkage, I get a lot of shrinkage. So I wait for it to dry in place, and then I'll move it out bigger and bigger, and I may move it out bigger and bigger, and it gets bigger and bigger for me only when it's dry. As soon as I put a little more product in it, it just shoot right back in. You know, but I use a lot of moisturizers. I don't use a lot of heavy oils on my hair. If I feel like oiling it, I just put it directly on the scalp and I move it on. But I don't do that often at all.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
And how often, because I know it was like a thing that people were saying, like you should just co-wash or just use conditioner to wash your hair. So how often are we supposed to wash our hair?
So let me explain this. Co-washes are not going to exfoliate your scalp. Co-washes are simply what they say, a co-wash. It's not going to cleanse your hair at all, okay? So when you want to cleanse, and you should within 7 to 14 days, okay? If you co-wash 2 or 3 days, that's fine. But if you cleanse and you really need to shampoo, you need to break down and shampoo your hair within that 7 to 14 days. You cannot go without shampooing and exfoliating the scalp and removing all the product off of the hair.
Because this one I have looked like one. I wanted to just stay like
you want it to stay like that? Okay, so you just have to find a product that's going to do that.
It don't.
Okay, it will. I mean, it will. So
because it's like as soon as
the only thing that's going to make that hair and that curl stay like that is once you put your conditioner on, let it air dry, and then you leave it like that, and you put your gel on, and you have to make the hair do what you want it to do. When you put the gel on and it dries, and then if you need a little bit more, the more you put on there, the more weight you'll have on that hair, the longer it'll hang. The only thing is 3 days later, you're gonna have to rinse it and do it over again. You hear what I'm saying? But whatever gel you're using, just try a little bit more of the gel. It's definitely gonna do it for you. The gel and the moisturizer. It's definitely gonna do it for you. You have to weigh it down. You need the weight of the gel in order to carry your hair because your hair is very light. Very light. So when you put it in, you're not gonna get that as much.
Aria has a question.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
So sometimes when I wash my hair and blow dry it, my edges start to like hurt.
Your edges hurt?
Yeah, like when I wash and blow dry my hair.
Okay, a lot of times that comes from dryness, and a lot of times it comes from the hair growth. Okay, when your hair is growing and it's dry, sometimes your hair follicles get a little sore. So when my clients have that issue, I moisturize more. Because your dry hair follicles, they will hurt. So you only feel that when you shampoo it?
Yeah.
So the shampoo can possibly be too strong too. I have a few clients who can't use sulfate shampoos at all. They have to use a sulfate-free shampoo. But understand, if you try a sulfate-free shampoo, that when they move that detergent, when they remove the sulfate, which is detergent, they remove all the things that they put in to soften it. So that particular shampoo may help you, but then you have to make sure you use a really good conditioner behind it. Did you all hear her question? She was saying that her edges hurt. And a lot of times that comes from dryness when your scalp is hurt. Yeah. And sometimes it comes from it being dry and not combing it. So you get your hair done and you leave it up for 3 or 4 weeks. You leave it up for 3 or 4 weeks without combing it. it hasn't been manipulated or moved or anything. That hair follicle is doing what it wants to do. So when you go in and touch it, especially if it's dry, you will get some tenderness. Okay, so if you comb your baby's hair once a week, or if you comb your baby's hair once a week, and then they turn around and they doing this, understand their scalp really hurt them because it hasn't been touched in over a week and it's probably dry. So you have to put a moisturizer on it in order to manipulate it and work through it so that they won't be hurting.
And what are some products that you would?
Yeah. Huh?
What are some products?
And most of the time they need moisturizer. They be really, really dry. I used to use a lot of moisturizer on you, but you were just tenderhead. You had a lot of hair. She had a lot of hair.
That's me. I'm tenderheaded. I can't say.
And I used to comb her hair once a week, so she stayed tenderheaded. I used to comb it once a week. We had too much to do. Working 2 and 3 jobs. I'm going to put 4 or 5 ponytails in, get her to school, and in between jobs, I'm running to pick her up. And I'm telling you, when I tell you God worked for me and worked the circle for me, I was able to walk to my jobs for a very long time. Once I left the east side from the apartment and came back on the south side, I started being able just 10 minutes from work, 10 minutes from work, 10 minutes from work. Right now, 6 minutes from work. I mean, I tell you, he has made things awesome. You know what I'm saying? And when I say when he talks to you, we know when God's talking to us because it don't be nothing we gonna say or think. You know, it's like my other person telling me no, but maybe, and doubting. Doubt is no, big no. Do not doubt yourself. Okay, yes it is. Do not doubt yourself. Yes, come on.
Can you give them some hair care products that you think might work with their hair?
Well, I have stuff for them today. Yeah, I have gift bags. I have gift bags. If you all want to, we can pass out the gift bags and they can look at it and we can talk about what's in there. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Question. So what's a good product to use?
No, I'm gonna take pictures.
Straightening the hair.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something. I have a bottle of oil in here that I'm giving you all too. So the bottle of oil in here, Dr. Carol Cullen uses it all the time. She uses it, darling.
Who wants the bless oil?
I got some in my purse too.
Oh, baby, come on. We're gonna let this, we're gonna close this out.
And we're gonna pray over all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
So you all have in there. No.
Oh.
She said my homemade hair crack. No, now that product.
Well, that's her friend.
That's my friend.
She did create that. Her friend is a hair scientist?
Yeah, she's a hair scientist. But she didn't create it. She just worked with it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's I work for Vital. So the bottle of oil that you all have in there is Vital oil, and Dr. Carol Cullen uses that.
Oh yeah.
She uses that. When I tell you to put it on your hair, your hands, your feet, people put it in their tub. It does have. Yes, you got a shower cap, and then you have King's Curls and Coils in there, which is a product for curly hair. This is a product for curly hair right here. So try this, and I actually have more. I can give you all a little bit more of that product. So
I was gonna say, Didi, you got an address to your shop?
I got cards in the car.
I need it cut like frozen. It's bad. It's not growing.
Specializes in hair care.
For real, I need to cut it off to the front.
You might not even
Finish it.
Yeah.
I just want
But have you ever told them that you were a hairstylist at one time?
They don't know that.
Oh, so you all don't know that she has a license. She has a hair license. You all don't know that Dr. Carol Cullen has a hair license.
Sure does.
She got a hair license. She's had a hair license, what, 20, 25, 30 years?
I'm 106.
Okay.
1991.
91.
I've been a licensed stylist.
Yeah. And I've been a licensed cosmetologist. I've been a licensed cosmetologist since 1985.
But she's also a licensed cosmetologist
Teacher.
instructor.
Yes, yes. So yeah, I teach.
And you were in the black hair care book.
You all can call me too. If you all need me hair tips, actually, put my let me write the number down for you all. So my number on the card. So the number to the salon.
Yeah, she's giving y'all her phone number.
The number to the salon is 773-629.
No, it's not.
629-8955.
Say it one more time, Deidra, please.
773
If you need a shampoo,
629-8955.
for real, I got my old shirt. I got my 50
And if you all want to talk to me personally, I can give you my cell number. My cell number is 773-418-2814.
Frederica was talking about being a shampoo girl. I was
Yes, you
saying
can
makeup.
hire
That's what I was saying.
I've done that.
I did
started
it in
working
high
at 13. I started working at 13 because I wanted to earn some money. I started sweeping at the shop.
She started sweeping the shop. No, she started sweeping the shop when she was 9. She started sweeping the shop when she was 9. Yeah, but at 9 you was getting $5 and $10, and that was some serious money.
But I've been a shampoo assistant up until this year. I stopped working for you May
Yes,
this
year.
And then I had moved to Atlanta for a little bit. It was the devil. I had to come back. I had to come back. But I stopped, I worked for my mother almost all my life in between other jobs. It's a really good job. It's easy pay, and it's, you pay attention to the product, and you got somebody who you working with that's serious, you can make some real good money. Because when I was in high school, tell you, honey, walking out of their shop on the weekend with them couple $100 in my pocket, and my friends was broke. And that time, it was some money. Like, and then as the years went on, I made more money. And you get a good clientele, they tip you well. Carol Holland, for example.
I tip Double Bubble. I tip both.
Yes, she do. Yes, she do.
$20
Yes, she do.
That add up, baby. When you doing 15, 16 people a day, I was making some nice money. It's real good money, but don't get comfortable in it. This is what I was telling y'all earlier. I got complacent in my life, and I'm 37 now, and I'm struggling. I'm trying to start over. Do it now. Do it now.
Yeah.
Because it ain't fun.
Things that you want to do, make sure you put all of that kind of in place. I think I was a stickler for that, and because I didn't like to play with people, and I didn't play with my life. Once I had her, and like I said, when I say she saved my life, once I had her, and I had this little person to take care of, when I tell you it was no brainer, I was real serious about life, period. Cut you off real quick. Bye. I'll talk to you later. I ain't got nothing to do for you. I ain't got nothing to talk about. No.
See,
and that was me. That was me.
That meant I was a fool. A straight fool who ran the streets and a fool.
So any questions?
I did too. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I was an educated nut because I got 4 degrees.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did my dark, but I got up and went to school.
Yeah.
Oh, I did 24 hours.
Yeah.
With leader
when
party.
she told me that, I said, "Girl, no, I would never believe that."
No,
she was like, "Dee." She said, "I had my mama worrying.
My mama ain't know where I was.
What to do with you?"
But I did my dirt and then went to work and went to school. I did that.
And one thing I did was work. I wasn't really for school. That's why I'm telling y'all, like, if y'all could do it now, because I'm about to go back to school at almost 40. And they say it's never too late.
It's never too late.
And I believe
that.
It
depends on yourself and how you feel.
Still don't feel good. It works on your self-esteem. You find yourself trying to rebuild yourself when you should already be established. You know what I mean? And not to say that I should be established. Everybody's timing is different.
So who's? Come on.
But that's for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I feel like.
And that's what I expected.
And that's what
I expected because I was working 3 jobs. Like, what are you doing?
And doing what I wanted to do. And
like your mama,
that's all I want to do. I got to get up.
So you know,
I got to get up.
And
I was a fool for that. I should have been more focused on school. I should have been doing what I wanted to do and going to school.
And when I've always told her, like, even though I'm her mother, and I never crossed that line, I became her friend. I'm not your friend. I used to tell her all the time. I'm not your friend. I'm your mother.
I'm still scared.
You hear me, right? I'm not your friend. I'm your mother. Make sure your children understand. I'm not your friend. I'm your mother. You're gonna understand my reasoning by the time you get old enough to understand. She tells me now, Mama, do I understand everything you taught me? Oh my God.
But you're still my best friend, though.
Yes. In a whole nother sense, though. Now, not a best friend where you kick it with, but know that I got her back. You know what I'm saying? You okay over there on Skype?
She chilling.
Yeah. Just she's still there. One left.
It was 2 of them on there, right?
So, are you gonna get
still here?
Yeah, she said, can she get one more for another
Yeah.
3 girls. Okay.
Yeah, most definitely. I wanted to make sure I brought enough there. And you know, like our ladies and staff, Carol, get Carol one.
She got all of this already.
Yeah, she do. And what's your name? I'm sorry. Pat. Give Pat one. Yeah. That's the extra one.
And Ashley is on her way.
Okay.
Oh, we got
one more on their way. Yeah. So we need 4.
Yeah.
This is for Ashley.
Okay. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was telling Dr. Carol Cullen because she really didn't want me to like say I was gonna give gift bags and not be able to get them, but I was like, no, I'm putting this in the budget. I'm giving them a gift bag, and then I work for a company. I'm going to get my product. Look, I sat there for 2 hours. I said, I need my product. Give me my samples. Please give me some samples. Because I knew I was gonna put oil in here because I had already went and bought a couple of cases of this. But I wanted you all to have, something just saying thank you, coming listening to me. I appreciate you all. I appreciate my audience and give you all some applause. I really appreciate you. We got a bag for you too.
Y'all was dry.
Yeah, so they started picking up a little bit, but we're gonna come back. If you all want me to come back, I'm willing. I'm coming back. Whatever you want me to do. And if we want to do us a little hair day.
Yeah. This was supposed to be in person where you guys would have actually gotten a service.
This is what we were supposed to be doing
That's
to
what we
begin with.
originally planned until we ended up with a global pandemic.
Yeah.
But this is what we still thought to do, considering you guys, thinking about you guys. But it should have been an in-person service.
So
you guys getting pampered.
we can actually have one at the salon.
Are you all into art?
At the salon,
Arts,
and we sit and talk and everything. And I have
bacon, no paint.